Okay, technical difficulties hopefully aside, let's see how this goes now. Hopefully this is a little bit better, but let's go ahead and continue this start and see if we can make this work. Now, I will be honest, I do have a new graphics card coming, I think tomorrow. So if the lag is still the problem, I might see what we can do to upgrade the PC in the meantime. We're back. Yes, I am hoping this resolves the lag issue. We will have to wait and see. Wondering why it wasn't live? I literally told you right beforehand that the lag, maybe you didn't hear it because the lag was so bad. But I was like, let's try and refresh the stream and see if we're going to get the lag issue resolved. And hopefully that was a computer problem and not the game problem. I wasn't in a stream that? Yeah. So, Bread Empire 2.0. This game does take forever to load in, which is why I was trying to do it ahead of time, but alas, didn't quite work out for me the way I wanted it to. We are doing potatoes is our crop, which can be unfortunate. We can go play Domination tomorrow. Okay. All right. Lag doesn't look so bad right now. And this shouldn't be a game that's too taxing on the computer because we did play Farming Sim 22 like no issues. So far, so good. All right. Now, can I do this or do I need to remove the foliage first? Let's find out. Does this remove the foliage is the real question. Okay, it does remove the foliage. But now you're about to see the pain of potatoes is look at how big that track is. We're going to be here for a while. Now, this does only have a certain capacity. If we're wanting to store potatoes, we need to do like a shed or something. Oh, potatoes, you mongrel. All right. That's not my land. Don't have a lot of land to build a potato, but I do have another farm over here. What's my other farm? Here we go. Okay. See if we can build a shed here. We own this river gulch. So if we build this here, we can store the potatoes. Then we need a conveyor belt to get the potatoes out again. Because if we take a look at when potatoes sell, they sell best in December, which is 2 months from now. So we could either buy a number of trailers, which actually might be more convenient because I think trailers were on sale. Yeah, we do have potatoes or things on sale. That stores a lot. It's 35,000. I think we're going to buy this bad boy. Buy the extension. Now the question is, how do we get the potatoes in there? because this is not a very high thing. You need to put pesticides down? No, we bought at harvest, so we don't need to put anything down. Oh, but speaking of, we do need to fix some of the settings here. So we're going to take this time scale. We're going to go down to 2. Economic difficulty, yes. And then we're going to take off crop destruction. Take off periodic plowing is done. And then no refills from the AI. Okay. I gotta figure this out though. I don't typically do potatoes, so an auger wagon's what we really need to be able to pump out the potatoes. If we can do that, do these work with potatoes? That does for 160,000. Dear God. This one does potatoes. So if we rent this, then we can buy a big trailer. Yeah, so I think that's going to be our play. Oh, this is on sale. Oh, no, that's not for us. Okay. So let's go ahead and buy this with the extension. That's 39,000. And then we're going to need an auger to get that up. So we'll buy this, or we'll rent this for 6,000. And then we're going to need another tractor. So let's go to cheap tractors, and we're going to lease a small tractor. This one should do the deal. Okay, good. Let's go ahead. Is this going to be too big for the... Is this going to be too tall? Oh, this barely moves it too. Is this going to be too tall? I've never done potatoes before because they're such a pain in the butt. I think this is too tall. We'll give it a go. Oh my God, it barely moves it. This is taking so long. Come on. I know I bought the cheapest tractor. I don't know if this will actually move it when we get something in it too, which is a problem. But at least we have afforded a singular tractor. That tractor is going to do us a lot of work. Leasing this one's not that expensive. We have put a lot of price into leasing things, which is going to be a massive problem for us, especially if this thing doesn't fit with the potato or with the harvester. Yeah, and that thing's full, so it's not moving, which is fantastic. We'll get there. Hold on. Cross the river here. Welcome back, boys. Welcome back, Maverick. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, TSA got resolved, though. I don't, though, you don't really go through... TSA probably didn't, like, it affect you too much. I'm guessing. No? Yeah. As a commercial pilot, do you even have like TSA, or do you just load on the plane and say, let's go? Cargo does not go through TSA? Haha, sick, dude. I mean, it's kind of crazy when you invest the investigations into it. It's really theatrics. Like, it really doesn't do anything. Okay. How the hell am I going to get that into here? I'm going to be straightforward with you. We might restart not to potatoes. That's not going to go in here, is it? Oh, it can. Okay, thank God. Okay, I just need to get closer. Oh God, this is so heavy. I should have not skipped out on doing a bigger tractor. Okay, let's get it on the lower end though. Come on in. First little go for the tractor or for the unhaul. Try and not hit everything. Okay. Yes! Success! We're gonna have to do this so much. Oh my God, that's so much volume from that little. How are we gonna store all this? Oh dear God. Okay. Throw this here. Throw this bad boy like right here. Get the pipe out. Disconnect. And let's go get the other thing. There's so many potatoes. Pilots do not go through people's terminals. We have our own way to get to the airport, just like airport workers are private interests. Hey. They're going, right? Hopefully. I've been trying to skimp out on not buying a shed, and I think we're going to have to buy a shed. Because if we buy a shed, then we're going to have to buy a whole thing, and that's going to be a problem. A whole, like, conveyor belt system and everything like that, that's going to be a problem. Where is the store? Yeah, just keep crossing through all these fields. Nice. But right now, I'm just trying to get a handle on how much we can store. And for the love of God, what was cruise control? 3, thank God. It's not working. Oh well, I'll just hold down W key. All right. Let's go get our other trailer and see how much we can hold. I'm thinking we're going to need to invest in the shed, which is not money that I want to spend. Potatoes is quite the hungry girl. Buying this or leasing this bad boy might have been a mistake. It's definitely going to slow us down, but price-wise, it can't be beat. All right, let's move this monumental bad boy. We'll see its capacity, and then we'll kind of make some judgment calls on whether we need a shed or not. All right, connected. Let's go. Oh! Not a good sign. Teach me to cheap out on the lease. I should have just leased the other tractor we had. It's only about a 30K difference. Probably would have been like $1,000. But it's too late now, but for future reference. Because I don't think when this thing's full, this tractor is going to be big enough to even move it. I think it's going to be just spinning its wheels. Please say Quinn. Hi, Quinn. Do you remember me? No, I do not. I'm always honest with that. I'm sorry, friendo. I don't remember you. I'm usually a steel trap for people who have been here for a few months. Come on, get over the hill. Get over this hill. Oh, I can feel it slowing down. Come on, come on. Keep going. The thing is, this is how fast this thing is moving over the hill. Empty. Yeah, there's no chance we're moving it. Especially because we don't have a storage shed on the farm we're currently farming. We're going to have to bring it all the way across.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Hey, Div Buster, member for 30 months. My God, 2.5K years. We're approaching my longest lasting relationship ever. Let's go. The Bread Empire show reigns supreme. Absolutely. We are harvesting so many potatoes. Oh, Jesus. Is it full again? I think it's full again. No, it's not even moving. Damn it. Let's try and get the AI to recognize this field. Say, hey, it's okay we didn't get that section. Let's get a new section over here. Let's start fresh over here. How about this? Will you work now? We're gonna have to use AI for the potato section because it's such a small give me, and it's already gonna be such a long process. It's definitely not worth me doing it alone. Or doing it on my own. Okay, yeah, it's working on that. Good. Okay, let's continue. Is this the game that shows up in shorts and reels? It could show up in a short and reel. I do eventually want to save up for a big harvester, but that's a huge ask. We're going to need so much money. I would be willing to take out loans, but we're going to need a good harvest sale this first year in order to get anywhere close to that. We only have 2 fields to work with, so it's going to be quite the painful endeavor. Let's unload this and see how many loads we can get in, because keep in mind, 1 pass was enough to fill up the harvester's capacity just immediately. Now we can store as many potatoes in this thing as we want. And this can be a storage, which would be nice because then we wouldn't have to transfer it from a shed and back. All right, load me up, Buttercup. Let's see how much we can get in here. Please. Is it too short? Are you kidding me? Hold on. Back it up. All right, load it. Go back again. Here we go. Still a little close. Still a little close. Hold on, hold on. It's better be too close than too far. Right, let's see if this is the range. Now, I'm not sure if we need a tractor connected to the other thing. Yeah, we probably do. So let's disconnect here. All right, good. All right, now how's the capacity? How many runs of potato do you think we get out of this bad boy? It looks like a lot. That's 15%. Okay, how's this going? Let's just take over control here for a minute. The AI does not like this field, which is a shame. But hopefully if we restart it enough, it'll just go. Yes. They honestly need to make the AI better. I will be straightforward with you. The AI is fine, except for when it comes to root crops. Root crops are like the bane of this game's existence. It has no idea. It gets stuck all the time. So we definitely need to baby it. How much potatoes are you harvesting? A shoot ton of potatoes. I'll tell you that. Potatoes have such a high harvest rate for the amount that they can do. See, it's getting stuck again. It doesn't. I want you to just go around, turn around, flip up there. Maybe it's going to do it. You're stuck. Okay. We figure out from here. Where are we going? We're going on a trip. I tell you what, I've never done potatoes, but I'm excited for the challenge. I'm excited for the challenge. I think we have the good setup for everything that we need to do. Now we have this farm to get rid of, and then we also, or to farm, to harvest out of. Now the good thing is this is not sugar beets where you need to remove the foliage with a separate machine first. This does it all together. We got to do this farm, and then we got to go over here to 76 and do that farm. Those were the two, oh, excuse me. Those were the two good potato harvest fields at the beginning, and we definitely need to get a good investment going. I would have preferred to have the two fields together, but we'll kind of make this work. It's going to be a challenging run all the way around. I'll tell you that. And how much of those potatoes are going to be used for bread? Bread will come later. Bread is a significant investment first. Before we do any kind of investment in bread, we're going to need more fields. But more importantly, we're going to need potato technology. We're going to need to unlock potato technology. And we're going to need this boy, $600,000. Absolutely must have if we're going to do potatoes at scale. Now, if we can get this to not have to be babied every 2 seconds, what we can do is rent another tractor and another harvester and get going on the second field. We'll have to kind of wait and see on that. That would be a lot of tough asks for me to go back and forth constantly with the trailers we do have. So I think we're just going to let this guy fly, kind of baby him for a while, and see what we get out of this one field. Hey, at least I figured out the corner this time. That's fantastic. Once it gets through enough of the headers, though, which is when you cut all the way around and cut the outsides, you get into just going back and forth, which becomes a lot simpler. I'm going to listen to you in the background and do my own assignment. This is a second monitor game. I'll tell you that right now. This is the strife of potato farming at its absolute maximum. Thank you for figuring out the turn. It figured out the turn. I think we've conquered the AI. I think we have officially conquered the AI. All right, now let's get ready to unload with our auger again. Eventually, we'll need to buy all this. But for now, leasing it is a perfectly acceptable option. Pipe that back in. Or you stop ignoring me. Well, your compliment was, wow, interesting gameplay. What do you want me to say? It's farming. We're farmers, all right? We're feeding America. You realize, bro, I can't read the chat all the time. No, we got plenty of time to read the chat in this game. I'll tell you that. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. As long as the AI doesn't get stuck doing potatoes. Now, this game won't draw too much of my forethought attention. I think it's kind of figured it out now. Got stuck there at the beginning, but I think we figured it out. Now, what was the yield on this again? This is 83% yield. So a pretty good starting farm. Now, the yield is dictated by the AI and random stuff. So this one's only 83, but our other farm over here was higher, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 97. So we're going to get a ton of potatoes out of that. Problem is storing them. Absolutely not sure how we're going to store it. If at all possible, I'd like to not mess around putting in things in a shed. But I think shed's going to be the way we need to go. Speaking of, we need to get our small thing and get ready to unload this bad boy. We'll throw as many potatoes in our main trailer as possible, and then kind of talk about stuff from here. Well, this game, this is Farming Sim 25. We're farmers. We're making potatoes. Making potatoes. We are making potatoes. And then we will eventually turn that into Bread Empire. But for now, we got to start with the basics. And I'm hoping potatoes give us a large return. Now, this is a high yield crop, so we get a lot out of it. So the baseline is like $512 per thousand at its max. But you can see just 2 passes on here have already filled this up twice. We're gonna have, and that's only with an 83% yield. All right, 10,000 potatoes. Let's go drop this off. Sorry, AI, I'm working on it. we need another. We need a bigger boat. Oh, we're stuck. Damn it. Back it up. Hold on. We had a small hill and we can't overcome. Easy does it. Just going through the neighbor's field real quick. Hopefully he doesn't mind. There we go. And we're off to the races. Let's get the pipe out and do a little drive-by. Spent my holidays as part of a 5-man team on the machine like this 35 years ago. Oh, that's rough. When I was in the Boy Scouts, we did this like charity thing where like the farmer had already gone over it, but these machines don't pick up all the potatoes. And the farmer's like, you can, if you want to go pick up the potatoes that are left over, because it's not worth running a machine over it again, I'll donate whatever you want to the food bank. So it was like 25 of us, Boy Scouts, in a farm in Colorado, just picking potatoes all day by hand. It's tough work. Not being able to line this up is going to be my downfall. This is my crash out. This is my crash out. I'm crashing out, please. Please get me close enough, but not to hit the thing. Unload. Come on. Come on, it's so close. There we go. Oh, perfect. Okay. Yes. Get out of here, my pretties. Fly. All right, good. Another load in, another load down. How's this doing? It's at 5%. All right. Took a while to turn around. That's okay. This will eventually become very easy for it. I think it needs like one more pass. Your thumbnail is better this video. Thank you, thank you. I did custom design it. Let's see if it can handle this turn. This is the big turn that the AI needed help with last time. So if we can figure out this, then it's all set. We don't need to worry about it anymore. We can go off and do bigger and better things. Is this becoming a vid? Yeah, I think that we'll make this a video series. We're going to cut a lot of this. I'll tell you that. Okay, now you turn. He's beginning to believe. Yes. Yes! The military strategist has become a farmer, as all military strategists wish to become, right? Like, how many movies do you have where you're like, oh, this guy's a military strategist, but all he wants to do is be a farmer? It's the entire plot of Gladiator. All right, now if we can handle this last turn, we know we're good. I'm not too optimistic right now. Maybe. Handle it. Yes. Again, I'm not doing this by hand. Potato is the one crop, or any kind of root crop. I will not do this by hand. Look at the tiny little narrow pass you got to hit every single time. There's no way. I'd rather die. I'll hire an AI for like $1,000. Hi, I'm new, by the way. Why does he want to see your hair? I don't know, man. It's one of those weird things that people ask of streamers, and you just can't indulge in everything. You just ignore it and you move on. You just ignore it and you move on. Seems to be a kink. Yeah, and I will not indulge in that. This is bordering on kinking. It's just, he could be doing it just to be funny, but either way, it's just like, why take the risk? Stop ignoring me? Dude, I got a great solution for that. There's 13 people here. I'm putting you in timeout for 10 minutes. Stop being rude. Now, just out of curiosity, if I wanted to buy another trailer, no, it's not on sale anymore. Okay, so we could only have bought the one. Fair enough. Fair enough. It might be backing up to this whole section again. This is where the AI gets a little. Let's let it be. We'll let it try it out. Not a lot of faith happening right now with this AI. Just needed a big turn, okay? Big turn. Imagine if crop destruction wasn't off. This would be disastrous. This would be monumentally disastrous to watch this happen in real time. Was contemplating this game, getting this game yesterday. Didn't realize it was so slow going. It's a lot faster if you don't pick a root crop, which is something that grows in the ground. Anything else is fine. Root crops are disastrous. But we're here for the challenge. Like if we pick like sorghum or something, this would be already done. We've already harvested this field. But we're here for the long time, not a good time, you know? Now, just out of curiosity, if I wanted to lease potato technology, 30K. That's a lot. That's a lot of them monies. We wouldn't need an auger if we got this, though. Now, I start off with a loan of 250,000 because we're playing on hard mode. And I can go up to 500,000. So we can afford this, but the goal is this is our one and only harvest with this slow going technology, and that we can afford the big harvester on the next go round. Pretty high ambitions, I will be honest. It might take us a couple goes of this kind of crap to be able to get the money out of it. But we will have to wait and see. Now, the other potential thing we could do is in the interim of this happening is we could take a job from another farmer and earn a little bit of commission that way, which I'm starting to think might be the pathway. But this guy's about to need to be unloaded again, so let's get ready for him to complete his turn and then unload him, and then we'll take a look at the jobs that are available. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of cultivating jobs that are not bad. What's this? Harvesting? The hell? That's another potato farming. No. We want to look for something that's like not peas or potatoes. We could do a plowing job, rock removal. Rock removal we could do. It wants to destroy rocks within an area. That could be interesting. Spraying, I think, might be the job we do. We could spray a field. Well, let's get ready to unload this first. Come on, Betsy! You can do it! Load her up, baby. All right, so this is our third load we've achieved so far. I definitely think we take a contract after this just to kill some time. Earn a little bit of extra money on the side. Get that pipe out so we can see. Try and line this up with the trailer. Now we need to unload it every single time. I know we have the capacity to take another one, but like the way this thing moves, I'd rather just unload it every single time. All right, get close enough. Hell yeah. All right, done. Let's take a job. So let's accept this contract. Borrow items. And we've accepted that contract, okay? And now we need fertilizer. No, we need spray. Yeah, is it fertilizer? Oh, hold on. We're going to need that front wheel thing. This is to make sure that the tractor doesn't tip forward or tip back. All right, connected. Nice. And I don't suppose you already loaded this with what you need, right? I'm going to have to buy that. Of course not. All right, what am I spraying? Remove the weeds, spraying with herbicide. Okay, so we're going to need to buy some herbicide. Now, the nice thing about this is we're going to need herbicide for ourselves regardless. So we can unload the unused herbicide into our thing. So that's fertilizer. We need herbicide. So let's buy 2 of these and fill it up. Okay, with that done, we need to go to field 46. Not 46. What was it? 48. Since you're going potato to bread, why not make potato bread? I don't know if that's an option in this game. Being straightforward with you. Okay, this is the field we need to be on. And I'm going to cheat and use AI for this one as well. I'll take a... Basically, we're kind of doing this mission for free herbicide. Like, the reward will be the cost of the herbicide that remains. Alright, just gonna stop you there, champ. I'm just gonna go ahead and load this one up myself and get a good, like, starting point for you, because I don't know why you need to go across the field to... instead of just lining this up, but I'm gonna help you out. Let's see where it needs to go, huh? Let's just wait and see where the thing needs to go. All right. Now we can check the progress of that by going soil composition and then no, not weeds. There you go. You can see the weeds are going away. So we'll leave the air out of that. How's this one doing? 61%. Another pass. Now what we could do is just keep loading up these jobs while we're on the work. I think that will be kind of what we do here. So let's look for another contract. This is cultivate. Okay, let's borrow items. Okay, and then we need to go field 36. Which is we take a right on this road and then we should be there. Okay. Make sure you get going on your own. Why not farm in real life for money? I don't know if you've noticed, but the price of gas has gone up pretty heavily, as well as the price of fertilizer. So most people would consider this a bad time to get into farming. Not like there's too many good times to get into farming, you know? All right, you're on your way. I think we could start another contract. Not peas. I'll be damned if we're doing peas. Harvesting's a little bit tough. Let's not do harvesting. Yeah, let's borrow this. This is just sowing. Yeah, we can do this. Oh, we need to wait. And we're going to farm 40. Which, if we look at our map, yeah, to get to 40, okay. Oh, we need fertilizer. Dang it. Oh, we gotta go back. Gotta go back to the store. Left it without the fertilizer. Now, do you need me to... You need barley. Here's my question. Does it want me to fertilize it as well? Can I get away with just... You know what? We'll buy the fertilizer regardless. All right, get out of the way. All right, so we need fertilizer. That's liquid fertilizer. We need pallets to get the... Yes, solid fertilizer. Let's buy 2 of these. Excuse me. Real quick, just out of curiosity, I bought solid fertilizer, right? Like that's solid fertilizer. Why is this not filling? And then we need seeds. Excuse me. Where do the seeds go in? All right, this job is dead. This guy's full. Let's go unfill the potatoes. Open it first? It wouldn't open. You don't unfold it first. You just drive by it. And it does the job. So something was fishy about that thing. Now, whatever we do, we can't let it slow us, like contracts we accept, we can't let it slow us down from our true goal of farming our own fields. So we let it slide this time, but we really can't afford time-wise to be messing up on that. Contract finished. That's pretty sick. That will be the harvesting the herbicide one. So we need to unload the herbicide on our farm before we complete that job. So let's go pipe this out really quickly, and then we'll take care of that. All right. This is done. We have plenty of herbicide left, so let's go ahead and fold this up and take it to our farm. Now, before we do that, does anyone else need a herbicide? Farm 7 does. Okay, let's accept that. You already have 3 contracts active. Ah. Let's go do this on Farm 7 now. Where is Farm 7? All right. Take this road, go to the big roads. Got it, got it, got it. All right. Quick. Then we need to check on the cultivating to see what's going on there. Farming ain't really good in real life for money? Oh, yeah. My grandparents owned a cotton farm. Ugh. Whenever we misbehaved as children, we had to go pick cotton by hand, which was not fun. It doesn't grow in like little fluffy balls. It grows around thorns. Real pain in the butt. Don't misbehave at grandma's house, because she's going to make you go pick cotton, and that's just going to be awful. That's just going to be awful. Now, we don't want to complete the other spraying contract because it will remove all the stuff we've already rented, which is why we're not completing it yet. But once this one's done, we'll unload the herbicide and then complete the contract. So without further ado, let's set up our AI worker here. Good luck, friend. You are still doing the Lord's work over here. Fantastic. You're at 35%. Now, the real question is 87% is our trailer. Oh, 87% with only this much farmed. I think we need to buy a shed. The other option is we buy a magnificently large trailer. That's 95,000. That's way too much. We can just buy a shed. Okay, so let's buy a shed. Let's go to our other property that actually has a little bit of extra land. And across the road, we can build a shed. So throughout all this gumbo jumbo, we can buy a shed. So it's 49,000 for the shed. Bales and pallets. Let's Google this. Where can you store potatoes? Farming Sim 25. Bulk materials. So we need something that stores bulk materials. So be very careful about that. Is there anything cheaper than $170,000? All right, hold on. Might be time to get a mod. Let's save this game. We're going to need a root crop storage mod. Otherwise, it's going to get out of hand. Which we can do at the main menu, so it's not a big thing. All right, downloadable content. Let's see if we can find something that will ideally fix what we're needing to do. Storages. Here, we can go out of here. Root. Root crop storage. That's what we need. 100,000. I'll have to get an elevator. And then we can fill it up later. That's perfect. Okay, that's what we need. So let's get this, install this. Now we go back in our game with this enabled. Okay. Hey, Corgi, have you tried Farming Sim 22? If so, which do you recommend for new players, FS 22 or 25? I mean, 25 gets you a lot more variety and new maps. So I would say if you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound, you might as well just get 25. They're basically the same game, minus the fact that you get more variety. Like you can go to Asia maps and do like rice farming in 25, which you can't do in 22. And the mod support's going to be higher in 25 as well. So I would say as far as mods go, probably I would say it's worth it to get the 25. I hope they didn't inherit that farm from that cotton farm from family lineage. Yeah, it's a family farm. They sold the farm though. They still hold the mineral rights in case there's oil, but yeah, we sold the farm. Potatoes are so expensive. And I think we need an elevator as well, which is going to be a whole thing of how do we move that. Discovering a lot together with potatoes, I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so we're at the farm. We need to go to our other farm. Just making sure everything's being done. Okay, good. Let's go visit our other farm. And let's go Shift P, and hopefully the shed will be here now. Here it is. Potatoes. Oh, it comes with the elevator. Thank God. That's huge. Now it's just about where do we want to put it so it doesn't interfere with a lot of our stuff. I think right here is going to be it. All right. All right, so now we have a shed. So now we can start unloading potatoes. This is at 74%, so we could probably get another load in before we go drop it all. This is done. Fantastic. Let's go unload the herbicide onto our land and collect the 2 contracts. We're very poor now. That shed was incredibly expensive, but as a long-term investment, we should not run out of storage for quite some time. It's not a mistake, it's an investment, just like my NFTs. Just kidding, I'm not stupid enough to buy NFTs. All right, drag this boy down. How is your capacity? Still good. Okay, just want to make sure before we drive all the way up there. Make sure to hit the bridge. Sick. Nice jump, dude. Just real quick. Nobody else needs this. No, we have to return it either way. All right, let's unload this first. Make sure we keep the herbicide. We'll just throw it over here. Okay. Let's go to our contracts and collect the money. Yeah, and we lose the trailer. So I'm glad we unloaded. How are you doing? Got stuck again. Easy does it. Also, thank you for subscribing. Good sir / madame. Okay, this is going again. Good. How are you doing? Anything else need cultivating? Any jobs need cultivating? Any other cultivating jobs? No cultivating jobs. Wood transport, I'd rather die. Fertilizing. We can get free fertilizer too. This be solid fertilizer. Let's borrow the items and do this. Got it. Lock and load. Please take solid fertilizer since I've already bought it. We'll figure it out here in a second. Oopsies. Missed it by that much. Nailed it. First try. Yes, it does take solid fertilizer. Huge! Okay, let's go fertilize. What field are we going to? 25. 25. Take a right, go to the squiggly lines, take a left. Got it. On our way. Yeah. All right, fertilize away my friendly AI as I have to unstick you. Damn root crops. Just every 2 seconds the guy gets stuck. I have to do this one manually. You figure it out now if I got rid of that? Seven hells. 7 hells. Can you figure it out now? It's doing something. The one who rules the bread rules the world. Yes! You get it. All right, contract finished. Let's take our look at our contract. That was cultivating and nobody else needed cultivating, correct? No. Okay. Then we will complete that. Get $5,000. My friend. My friend. Help me help you. Help me help you. I think it's trying to get this little bit right here. Another contract finished. Okay, we'll deal with that here in a second. F it, we do it live. We'll do it on our own. My God. You're making me do it? Okay, now if we start it over here, do you think it'll figure it out? Bets on if the AI can figure out this corner or not. We're stuck. Ugh. Oh, Lord, bear me strength. I've created a little bit of a conundrum. Here, let's do this. Move this thing out of the way. You're stuck on the other one now. This is farming at its finest. I'll leave you to fix what I've broken. And then let's go unload the fertilizer at our farm. I'm going to complete this work. All right, so a little bit of free fertilizer, free herbicide. Not a bad start. Keeping in mind we have yet to complete a single field. What's the main objective here? Farming. Farming. Come on. Come on. Mostly fighting the AI to farm correctly. My brother in Christ, help me. Help me. I'm doing it all manually. This is pain. This is so painful. This is so painful. All right, hold on. Pipe this out. I'm returning this. I'm getting the big thing. Let's see if... I don't think we're going to be able to load it directly into the... Just unload this. Give it one more shot, and then I'm absolutely gonna lose it. We have spent so much time and have accomplished nothing. By the way, I gotta take this trailer and I gotta go to the shed. If I come back and that thing's stuck one more time, I am going to lose it. All right, that is full. Okay, let's get rid of the pipe. Disconnect here. Begin the long journey over to the shed on the other side of the map. Gotta get up to speed. Maximum throttle. Come on! A slow incline won't conquer me. There we go. That's horsepower, baby. Now, the main objective here is to not stop, because it'll be too long before we can get going again. I have no idea where I'm going, and I'm afraid to check the map. We're going to take this little detour here so I can check the map. Maintain speed. Oh, God. Okay. That would have been the easiest way. We go down here, we take big road, and then get to other big road. Okay. Speed, baby, speed. Keep going. Do I want to conquer this hill? No. Just drive through our neighbor's land. It'll be fine. They'll understand. I can't slow down. I can't slow down. Otherwise, I can't start again. Keep going, big dog. Here we go. Lesson learned. Rent the bigger tractor. Give me speed. Give me speed, baby. Here we go. 16 miles an hour. We're on a roll. $44,000 liters of potatoes. Think of all the French fries this is going to build us, boys. It's going to take a minute, and I swear to God, if I come back with as long as it's taking me to get to our shed, and that AI worker is stuck again, Lord help him. Lord help him, because I'm not gonna. Get out of the way! Can't you see a man with potatoes is coming through? Jesus. I'm looking at the wheel at field 23. Call me crazy. It doesn't look like it's moving. I am mad. You. If I got rid of that patch, can you figure out where to go from here? It looks like he's doing it. Okay, good. Continue. Where are we going? Where am I? Take a left at the next big road. Gotta get up to speed again. Give it a minute. There we go. Oh, hell. That's the road I need to be on, huh? Hold on. We can get there. We can get there. Give it a second. We just got to do a little flip around. This is going to be a nightmare. This is going to be a nightmare. I swear to God, if a car comes right now, this is going to be impossible. All right, here we go. Big. Give it a minute. Just a little stuck on the fence. A little stuck on the fence. Got it. Got it. Got it. A little stuck on the fence. Little turn too early. Got it. Got it. Got it. Come on. Or is this... Okay, trailer's not stuck anymore. Now we turn it. Come on. There you go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Downhill, baby. That's the way we do it. That's the way we do it. Now we face our nemesis, though, a slight incline. Hopefully we gained enough speed on the downhill. Come on, baby. Almost there. Yeah. We just got to get it to our drop off. We're so close. This will be much easier when we sell it because we'll have our big tractor. I say big tractor, but it's like a medium-sized tractor. It's big to us, okay? Size doesn't matter that much. It's how you use it. Anyways, let's turn here. Don't get stuck in the ditch. God. And then we unload here. Big swing. Dump the potatoes. So much work for such a little pile, I'll tell you that. It's really demoralizing to watch how long it took me to get across the map for that. All right. That's done. How are you doing? You're moving. God bless it. It's going. Okay, now we got to get back. Now we got to get back. Potatoes still, dude. Potatoes is not the way. This is pain. This, like, we spent like an hour in real life and we haven't even finished a single, not a big field either. We haven't finished a single field. Get out of the way. I'm not stopping. Oh, I actually killed him. He just faded into the warp. A little awkward there. Corgi, you plan on doing multiplayer of this? I forgot about multiplayer. Maverick, where were you when I was setting it up? Let me ask you this. If we do multiplayer, does anyone want to play multiplayer? Is this going to be in later streams? Yes, we're going to... Hopefully, this is going to be the worst harvest we'll ever have. Are we doing multiple of these? Where am I going? I need to turn. We're using the worst technology we'll ever have. Hopefully we'll be able to save up. Depending on the price of what we get, I'd be very interested in at least leasing out the bigger harvester. Just real quick. You're still moving? Hell yeah, you are. Hell yeah, you're still moving. I would, but it'd be best on weekends for me or plan ahead of time. Yeah. It's kind of the difficult spot we're in. All right, throw this here. Get this done. Pipe this out. Unload the rest of potatoes. Perfect lineup right there. Hell yeah. And my other thing's full. Okay, so we need to pipe this back in, go pick up more potatoes from the harvester. Now, the question I have, do I need this for next time, or could I just use... Does this go tall enough for the other trailer? Let's experiment with that next time this thing's full. Because if we don't have to lease this, it saves us a little bit of money. The concern I have is that the other trailer is too tall that it wouldn't be able to unload into it. But this unloads pretty high. Let's experiment with that. So let's get this set up and see if we can just directly load into this trailer. All right, how are you doing? You're doing the Lord's work. Good to see. Let's follow along to see if this is working out the way we want it to. Just joined and the dude is just farming. Well, what'd you expect, dude? What'd you expect? This is our first harvest. It's the most inefficient, hardest to farm we're ever gonna have. Or harvest we're ever gonna have. The good news is we're pulling out so many freaking potatoes. Here I am feeding the world and you have the gall to complain to me about how long it's taking. I'm feeding the virtual world right now. I'm a friggin' hero. All right, at least this is on a roll. That's fantastic news. No territorial today? Already did it, friendo. Already did it. Now we're just slowly watching this guy go back and forth. Dang, spent 471,000 on 2 hours. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. 100,000 of it was just a shed, which is tough to swallow. 200,000 on land, 80,000 on this tractor, a few thousand in rentals. But hello, Zero Winter. Good to see you. The farm empire rises again. This time it's just potatoes. Potato, potato. True. Truer words never spoken. At least the AI is functional, right? Like, we can all be thankful that, like, the AI is not getting bugged every 2 seconds like it was before. That's a big win. That's a big win. Now, the other thing I want to check out, what would it cost us to lease a cultivator? Just get that going for next year. We need one that can handle 150 horsepower. 24,000. What do we need to lease that? Be $1,000. That's worth it. Okay. We can use our small tractor to cultivate this farm while we're farming the other. That could be a potential work. Since docket's lying, how long is stream? No, the docket's accurate. We had to restart the stream because there was really bad lag when we were starting off with this. Oh, I see. So I'm like 4 hours late, not 1 hour and a half. Exactly. Now you get it. Now you get it. And we're going to be here until we harvest 2 of these fields. All right, that's full. Let's see if it can dump directly into this. Because if so, I can get rid of the auger. It can. Okay. Then let's get rid of the auger. Return this. No longer need it. And just out of curiosity, I did spend a little bit of money on this little tractor, leasing it. We did not buy it. If I wanted to lease another of the tractors that we have, what am I looking at? Because this is an abomination against God. At this point, this tractor should just die. Give me another one of these. There's one. Yeah. How much to lease this? 4,000. Worth it. And let's return this hellish vehicle. And now we can just use this. We can use 2 of these. We'll go faster. Everything will move faster. It'll be a little bit easier on us. This thing's got a max speed of 25. That's a 7-mile-an-hour upgrade. No, even more. Even more. That's a 9-mile-an-hour upgrade. That's what we're looking for. Also, the power to move the trailer will be helpful. because when we have to bring it across the map to get to our shed. YOLO. Hell yeah. You see that air? Sick air. Oh no, it's stuck. Ugh. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm a coming. Missed it by that much. Here, let's actually get. Okay, move this out of the way. Go forth, trailer! Tractor! Go forth and conquer, my friend. The evil trailer is out of the way. Fantastic. Look how much maneuvering that has. That's what we've been looking for. And then if I was just getting buck wild and tired, what would potato technology cost me to lease? I don't have enough money. Oh, it'd be more than $20,000. We might go into the mods after this and see if there's like a cheap one that we can buy, because this is tough. This is tough. Let's see if we can take any more contracts though. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, we need sunflower oil. Oh, we can make potato chips. Maybe we don't become the bread empire. We become the potato empire. Potato chips. That's a little bit of ways away. As you know, we only have $24,000 and we are a $250,000 in debt currently. And I'm a little bit afraid of exiting the game to go to the mods, just because I'm afraid that the AI, which has figured out how to, do things now, would be so confused by the interruption that it wouldn't be able to restart again. And that would be devastating. Oh, by the way, how do we plant potatoes? We need a separate potato planter. Okay. Oof. That's painful. But at least it goes by tractor. And we have a tractor. So that's a plus. That is a plus. But the world of potatoes, as I'm learning, is just pure pain. The only thing I'm proud of is that we did invest heavily in that trailer. That trailer is going to save us. That is a godsend right now. What's up, Freddie? How are you? Because like this is done, right? That's basically done. I mean, as much as it's not done. Then there's this. It's gonna take a while. This will take a while. We might finish it off stream. Oh no. Is looking confused. Maybe. Line it up. Come on, baby. Oh, good. Good. I was just watching a domination video on making Conversion Empire. Good. I hope you enjoyed it. Because I don't remember making that. It's once I make the video, it's in and out the window. People will comment on a video that's like 6 months old and be like, I have no idea what even happened. All right, let's get ready to unload this thing again. Oh, this new tractor makes such a difference. I'm glad we leased it. I know it was a little bit wasteful to lease 2 tractors for the same harvest. I only use 1, but this makes my life so much better. Come on. Close enough? Oh, almost. There, up. Thought about it. There you go. All right, 82%. We might as well take this over to the shed. So let's go ahead and get this going. Hopefully we'll be... We're stuck, huh? Hold on. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Nailed it. All right. Hopefully we'll be back in time to unload this thing again, so we don't have any more slowdowns. Let's head on over to our shed. What you're harvesting? Potatoes, my friend. The root of all evil. Get it? You get it? You get it? The root of all evil. Pretty good. Pretty good there. Go! my god, I just got that. Yeah, because this grows on a root. It's a root crop. Oh, get out of the way, white car. Get out of the way. I can't stop. I can't stop. I know it's a stop sign, but I can't stop. It's too heavy. It's so demoralizing every time to unload this thing and just be like, that's it? That's an entire trailer worth of potatoes? Ugh. It's okay. It's okay. I'll get over it. It's a lot of potatoes. That's going to sell for so much. It's going to sell for so much that we're going to be able to afford an actual potato harvester next year. Either way, we're leasing it. It's like 30K. But oh my gosh, it's been about like 2 hours in real life, and we have yet to finish a single farm. This is getting a little intense. I play with traffic on because I like to run over people. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Watch out, pedestrian. Oh, you weren't expecting that. Get him. This road belongs to me now. I'm in charge. Oh, hell. I'm paying for my sins now. Hold on. Please. Okay, good. We're not stuck. All right. Good. Get out of the way, Grandma. Hell yeah. Virtual debt always bankrupts me, so I try to stop leasing ASAP. Leasing's not bad. And like the interest rate on the loan isn't bad. So, this being the first harvest, there really is no reason. Like root crops, first harvest, you can never buy the harvester. Really, anything, it's not worth it to buy the harvester unless it's on sale. It would be an absolute godsend is if in the next months before the next harvest, a harvester was on sale, at which case I will mortgage my future absolutely to buy one of those. But current price is like $560,000, which is more than we start with. So it's not really economically feasible to buy a harvester, like the real one. Not one of these like drive-by tractor boys that does like 2 rows at a time. That is painfully slow. But an actual one that does, believe it or not, 4 rows in a row. Ooh, that's fancy. You're getting fancy with it. Oh, you big dollar bill, huh? All right, we have like 3, 4 more passes on this, and I think we're done. I always go straight into debt. Buying those is my problem. Yeah. You definitely your first harvest don't want to buy anything. You buy like a decent tractor, especially if one's on sale. I think this one's a DLC, so it only costs like 80,000. Has 210 horsepower, which is a pretty good bargain. I always go for cash crops. I've never done potatoes before. Yeah, we spun a wheel to decide, and this was one of the more painful options for sure. Corey, why has Dummy Nation not been updated in ages? I don't know. The game's a couple years old at this point. They might be happy with where it's at, or they might be just, saying, hey, this is good enough. We're going to go work on a new game. It's a small indie team. So at some point, okay, it's full. At some point, they were always going to, leave the game. I wouldn't call it abandoned as much as it is complete, if that's the case, though. It's not a really realistic game. What, Dummy Nation? No, I mean, it's not supposed to be, right? It's kind of like being chess isn't very realistic. Well, it's not supposed to be. It's a game. But this is totally realistic. Yeah, I mean, this game's a little bit more realistic. You could turn on precision farming and have it be super realistic, but I ain't gonna be messing around with sand and pH levels. I'll tell you that. Driving over the crop, and the crop is fine. Yeah, it is like no matter what level of play you go into, I don't know of anyone that doesn't turn crop destruction off. Because could you imagine this? Just this right here. There's like all that crop is gone just right away. Oh, that's like too realistic. That's too much. That's not fun at all. You got to get rid of some realism, right? Domination still averages like 100 plus players a day. Not bad. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's just like, what's the new player growth? Is probably not that high because, again, the game's a couple years old. People who have already wanted it, tried it out by now. So they're probably developing something new, which is good because, it's a good indie team. If they're going to develop something new, hey, they got a good head on their shoulders of what's fun. So I'll be excited to see what they try that's new. You're supposed to alternate sides so you don't run over them. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Potato harvesting is really tough because it's like such a small gap of mistake you can make that I'm letting the AI do it. I'm babysitting the AI, but I'm letting the AI do it because this would be such a nightmare fuel and annoyance to do on my own that I'd rather just let the AI do it. But good news is we're like a pass or two away from completing this, which will be big for the boys. Those little bits of potato bug me. Oh, like the places we missed? Yeah, I'm not worrying about it. This has taken like 2 hours already just to get this done. I ain't going back for that. But yeah, one more pass should be enough to get this field done, which will be a monumental achievement for the boys here. We will then be able to move on to the second potato farm, which is closer to our shed, or where our shed is at, so it won't take as long. It is across the map, so we'll take a little bit of transport time. Can't wait to take this bad boy on the open road with traffic. Should be a good time. I'm sure I won't hit a single pedestrian or car. Someone needs to make a game like domination graphics and gameplay and like army sizes. I feel like people will play that. I think you're thinking of a game called Hearts of Iron 4. You're going to be really thrilled to hear that a slightly more complicated version of domination does exist right now and fulfills all of your qualms, my good friend. You're going to be so happy. I always want to plow new fields or extend my fields, but being able to make it perfect squares bugs me. Me too, so much. All right, let's go ahead and get ready to unload this boy as we finish up field one. Still small little bits of could fix it, missed some spots, whatever. Don't care. More than no. You're done. You're done. Yeah, we're calling it a day. More than happy to call it a day here and move on to second field. It's definitely not worth going back for that singular row right there. Give me the potatoes. Let's unload and get moving to the next farm. Too far, huh? Fair. All right, we are done there. Let's go ahead and get moving to the other field. Go and bring this in. See how well we can navigate to the other field. Bread seems familiar somehow. You know what? We're going to be pivoting. We're not doing bread, we're doing potato chips. Sunflowers is next on the menu, but we got to get potatoes set up right. We need like a couple more potato fields to justify buying the big potato harvester, because that's just so much simpler. And then once we get that, we'll start branching out and getting sunflowers and make potato chips. No, my bread, my precious. I don't know if you can make bread out of potatoes. I don't think so. Just casually riding on the sidewalk. Oh, I don't think anyone cares. Oh, these people will, though. Oh, get out of the way. Oh, there's a few deaths. That's okay. Just put it on my tab. Oh, perfect turn. You love to see it. You love to see it. That was textbook right there. And then real quick, I am noticing that this is just exactly in the way of like all the readout things you would need. Here. Aha, perfect. Okay, only half the video in. Wonderful, wonderful adjustment. That should fix those woes, though. Let's get started on this potato field. Hopefully it'll go faster than the last one. Most of the last field just got stuck on the AI, or was, the AI couldn't figure out how to do the field. Hopefully this one goes a little bit faster. Just gonna mosey on through your sunflowers. Hope you don't mind. Let's set you up here, and hopefully you just get rolling. We can bring the other trailer over, the other tractor and trailer. Nope, that's not gonna work. Whatever the hell you were planning there, that is a disaster. That was the worst start we could have had. Come on, man. Try and line it up better. I don't know what that plan was. Well, that ain't gonna fly. I tell you, the AI remains undefeated. Farming Sim 25. That's fantastic. Good work. So far, so good. That's a great line. That's a great line. Let's just let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook. He's doing something. He's beginning to believe. Why go on the line I set you up over there when we can do this masterpiece that's occurring right here? This is fantastic. Will you at least go this way? I mean, I don't know what your overarching plan is. You've got me a little concerned. At least we're drawing a straight line now, so that is an improvement. Absolutely marvelous. Fantastic. Could you imagine if crop destruction was on right now? What a disaster. What are we doing now? We're backing up all the way. Let him cook. Let him cook. He's thinking. Oh, we're getting a turn. We're getting a turn. This could be good. This could be good. Okay, we're kind of off to the races here. Man, whoever designed these farms, you couldn't have just drawn a straighter line instead of my AI having to figure out this disaster. All right, let's bring over the other trailer. That's enough critiquing of the AI. I ain't even driving. Let's bring this one over. Frick, man. This is going to be quite the journey. All right, let's get going. Hell yeah. Let's see if we can catch some more sick air right here. Maximum speed. Almost. Nope, that was too shallow. All right, that could have been cool. Oh, you had to stop. You had to stop. There's no stop sign there? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You just rammed into me like that? That's wild of you for me to have to expect you not to yield in that situation. Buddy didn't even barely even tapped on his brakes. Now in real life, that would have been catastrophic for both parties. And I think he would have been at fault. You basically cut off the equivalent of a Ferrari in value and then just like be like, we're good. Sorry, my sedan was here first. You are drastically underestimating the stopping power of a tractor carrying 18,000 liters of potatoes. Now I'm looking at the mini map and I don't know if that wheel is moving, which means that this guy might be stuck again. Are you moving, sir? Hell yeah, you are. Hell yeah, you did an entire pass on your own. That's freaking A. That's great A work there. Fantastic. Good to see. I'm just going to drop off these potatoes really quickly. You kind of almost did a pass. You got confused at the end there, but the big shed's in the way, so I won't give you too much ruffian. Yeah. You ruffian too much crap for it. Now I'm just going to back this bad boy in. There you go, as one does. There you go. Load in those potatoes. Fantastic. All right, let's get this thing out of the way. See how well we're doing. Oh, God, I thought he was stuck again. See how well we're doing. I got to remember, I got to drive straight a lot longer than I have. You know, believe it or not, I don't have my CDL, so I'm not currently legally able to drive a semi-truck, but you know, this is great training for it. All right, how are we doing? You know what? Since that little bit of a questionable start, a lot better. We're doing a lot better. We could have gone forward just a little bit and grabbed that, but that's fine. I'm not going to critique the AI. He's doing the Lord's work right now. Now, this farm has a lot higher yield, 97%. So we're going to get a lot more potatoes out of this smaller farm or field than we will the other field. So you can see it's done one pass. It's already 66% loaded, and that's with an inefficient pass on this to try and compensate for the whoever designed this field's just lack of straight lines. Couldn't figure out a straight line. God bless them. One day they'll get it right. AI is overpaid. Yeah, this is the future. Could have gotten that. Could have gotten that. We'll drive forward would have helped. Oh, we are backing it up, baby. Where are we going? Nope. Dang it. Missed it by that much. Here, flip around again. All right. Done. Now, by the way, how many potatoes did we get out of a bad yield from the other farm? Can we go check that out really quickly? Will it tell me? We have 100,000 liters of potatoes in here right now. Look at this. We can make potato angels right now. Me and you. Wouldn't it be weird if we kissed under the potato shed? Okay, anyways. Let's get back in here. Check out how this guy's doing. So we know we have 100,000 from that field. We'll see how much we get out of this field. Damn, he's still streaming. We only got one through one field. I gotta get through at least a harvest. Imagine an episode where like the video doesn't even get through a single harvest. Such is the life of potatoes. Wait, when did you have daylight savings time in the US? Like 2 weeks ago, I think. I don't know. Can any American actually answer that? I think it was the beginning of March. It was 3 weeks ago. Ah, there you go. Okay, so just real quick, we have 100,000 liters of potatoes. Now, potatoes currently sell at their peak for 459. Okay, so if we divide $100,000 by 1,000, if I'm doing this correctly, that's 100. Now, 100 times 459 at its peak is about $45,000, which is what we'll get from the first farm. We'll see how much we get out of this one, but we're edging towards about $100,000, not including the cost of planting everything next year. So we're doing $100,000. That's tough. That's going to take a couple years, huh? That's going to take about 5 years to be able to afford the good harvester. Ooh, it might be time to look at a mod for that one. We'll see about modding, what the modding world has in store for potatoes. But I'm hoping that this farm will yield more and we get closer to 100K. And we might be able to afford not a lot. No sound. There's. Can you not hear the engines? There's no music because it's copywritten. I'll tell you that. This is a pretty wide ass turn you're wanting to take here. Oh, I thought it was my PC making an odd noise. No, no, no. That's just the sound of the tractor. Honestly, I remember how tedious this game is. Yeah, potatoes is definitely the tedious of them all. Any kind of root crop is pretty awful. Carrots might not be that bad. Actually, carrots are bad because you have to ride along the entire time while you're doing carrots. At least potatoes has a storage capacity right now. Any contracts we can do or want to do. Cultivating, cultivating, cultivating. Yeah, why don't we cultivate and just do all of these? So let's borrow the items. And then set up and go do some cultivating with this bad boy. Now we're gonna need the weights. There you go. Get out of the way, seeds. And we can use this one setup to do all the fields we need to do, which is 49, 42, and 22. Okay, so let's do 49 first. Ah! That's, you know what? I should have yielded. That's on me. That one's on me. I don't know why I thought I could have gotten ahead of you. I just kind of forgot you were there, to be honest with you. Zoning out there. That's my bad. Let's just cut through this field. A little shortcut. Where we're going, we don't need roads. And I don't remember which field it was. It's this big one right here. Okay. You want me to cultivate this? Sir, is this even harvested? No, it's withered. Okay, you didn't harvest it. That's a little bit of an awkward shame. A lot of wheat going out to, you know, pasture. We'll just set this guy up. Little AI worker here. And we'll get a bunch of fields done real quick. Covering buffing issues on my end. On my side, it's saying I'm throwing an excellent connection. We did have an issue at the beginning of the stream with big lag, which is why we restarted the stream. Hopefully that shouldn't be bugging you. Alright, you're on your way. Fantastic. How are you doing? A little bit slow. Any other contracts? No, we can only accept 3 at a time. I'd rather take the 3 contracts where we can use the same technology over and over again. We will let you just kind of do your thing here and move you to the different ones. We have plenty of time before this guy's done. This is going to take a little bit of time. You haven't picked up on that one by now. Potatoes is not for the impatient. This does feel satisfying, though, just watching all this wheat, which, you know, never was farmed. It's withered. It's nice to just mow it all down. Oh, it feels pretty nice. Look at that clean line we're leaving behind. Just driving on through all this wheat that somebody could have used. Oh, it's a big old farm, too. This is a big lot. Could you imagine if we had, this was our potato field? This would take forever. I would never buy this field for potatoes. Unless I had the gigantic potato harvester. This would be a nightmare. Cultivating's the most satisfying part. Yeah, it is pretty sick. I mean, I turned off plowing, but when you finish plowing, that is like, oh, chef's kiss. It is like, plowing is a nightmare, though. Best part about contracts, you don't have to do a good job most of the time. You steal their crops. Yes. I was wanting to do that as well, but most of the contracts we could accept for harvesting was more potatoes. And I was like, no way. Potatoes and peas. That's just too much. You know, the cultivation ones have like a 90% requirement. Yeah, all the contracts you only have to do 90% of the field. So I just leave an AI on that, especially when you can do multiple jobs with the same equipment, so you're not leasing out equipment every single time. It actually goes pretty quick. I mean, typically I don't do contracts, but potatoes take so long, it's just like, might as well just throw out some extra free money. All right, get this going. This is almost full. We can unload that. What's the capacity of this? Another 21,000. I thought we were getting a little bit more out of this. I mean, I know this field's not even close to being done, but I was kind of hoping to get more out of it. Need a lot more potatoes. What is even our lease cost right now? 31K. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, for that cost, even though we rented a trailer and returned it, I think it'd be more cost effective to just rent the bigger guy to begin with. Live and learn. We also had to lease this tractor, which we'll definitely have to do again. There you go. Oh, move forward. There you go. There's the sweet spot. The paranoid part of me would never let me spill the potatoes. Yeah, sometimes there's a graphic like spillover, but it counts it as going in. Okay, while this is going, I'm just going to run to the bathroom real quick and get some more coffee. I'm not going to miss much. I'll see you guys here in a few. No arguing with a paranoia? Yeah, I get it. Okay. Are there any games with actual AI on them? Yes, absolutely. Many games are already using it. The problem is it's deeply unpopular to use AI because it feels like a cop out and also puts, hardworking people out of business, like real talented artists. So most games that put AI forward and say, hey, we use AI, they're not very good, right? Because the AI is not very good. And the games that do quietly use AI don't want to tell people they use AI because it's not very popular. No, like created by AI. No, you still have to have a human directing the AI. It's not conscious enough to create an entire video game by itself. No, not created by AI, but with smart NPCs. Yeah, again, there are some, but it's not very good. That will be a cool world we live in when you can play like Crimson Desert or whatever it is, and like all the characters are AI and everyone has like their own adventure. That'll be actually pretty cool. But we are far away from that kind of technology, I'll tell you that. All right, how we doing? Hey, at least we're going back and forth. That's a nice treat. Now go to that side. Go to that side. Yeah. Yeah, don't back up. No. It's so much faster if it went that side. I mean, AI, people keep treating AI like it's a fad. It's not going to be a fad. It's going to be one of these things that's here to stay. It's kind of like the car. But like, why would anyone drive a car when you can just have a horse? The hell are you doing? I'm stopping that right now. That's going to be such an inefficient line right there. I'm glad I checked on him. There we go. I will say, someone was asking earlier the difference between AI 25 and 24, or 22 and 25. It feels like the AI is so much worse in 25. I don't know what it is, but the driving is pretty atrocious. Ah, hell. I'm just going to have to let the AI do its thing. I got to go fill this. Imagine if they could actually map out a field and do their cutting. Yeah. I'm going to see if they're while I'm in the DLC shop if there is like a better AI. I mean, that's a better line than it was originally cutting. I'll give it that. Okay, you're on the right track. Fantastic. How are you doing? Ready for another pass? Hell yeah, brother. Only about like 20 more of these, and then we're done. See, it's starting to get dark outside. Oh, man. We might have to move to real time so we have sunlight out when we finish. I want to start cultivating and planting other fields. Yeah, I mean, we only have one other field. And the problem is you can't use rented stuff on your field. And for me to say I'm going to cultivate, well, you got to kind of look at the where we have the map. We've kind of set ourselves up for a little bit of failure. This is one of our fields and this is one of our fields. So let's say this guy finished up and had a full tank. Well, I would have to disengage the cultivator, bring the tractor all the way back over here, and then do that. So it does kind of become a little too costly, and you may be thinking, why not rent a tractor? That is a rented tractor. I only own one tractor, so it is kind of would be too much of an expense where I would just say I'll wait a month for us to finish up this and use my own tractor to cultivate. I'd rather just earn the side hustle from the 3 cultivating jobs we currently have and just kind of accept that and cultivate next month. Why so far? Because we only had the option of picking potato fields, and these were the closest potato fields with good yield. Now, when we start getting into like potato chips, we might sell one of these fields and then buy one closer. But for this first harvest, it made a lot of sense to do this. So after this harvest, we'll look at selling field 23 and then buying something closer. But for this first year, we definitely needed 2 potatoes with good harvests. And like the rest of these, like if we visited it, is like 27% yield. So it's not even worth buying. Why not just plow a nearby field and plant potatoes? Because the game starts you off at harvest time. So I'm harvesting as many potatoes as I can to get as much money as I can, but I probably will sell field 23 and buy like this one right in front of me. So I get what you're saying, but like for our challenge, it was necessary for us to do this. Are you full? Full? Yeah, you are full. Okay, just wasn't piping up. Oh, it's a challenge? Yeah, we can only farm potatoes. Now, we will have a caveat to that is once we establish ourselves as potato farmers, we can then turn potatoes into its next stage of life, which is potato chips. And for that, we need sunflowers. So we will grow a sunflower field at some point. But it can't be in the stake of like being like, we're just growing sunflowers and saying, hey, we're doing a little bit of potatoes on the side. Potatoes is the star. All right, one more run of this should be enough to get this guy done. We only need 6 more percent, so I don't even know if he has to go the whole length. But as soon as we hit the completion, we're leaving this field. We're moving on to field 42. We're not going to have to do the whole thing. Now, obviously, as any farmer would say, this is a job well done. This is absolutely deserving of a congratulations and payment. Perfection at its finest, but the game only says 90%, so that's as far as we're going to go. Do you only do your email or Twitch too? Oh my god, YouTube. I tried to do stream both. Where I'm at doesn't have the availability to there's no one that provides enough internet for me to do both. So I'd love to do both, but unfortunately I can only do YouTube. Mashed potatoes sound so good right now. Dude, the subliminal advertising is getting to you. Big Potato paid me off for this messaging. All right, almost at 90%. Come on, just a little bit more, and then you're done, right? Or do you need more percentage? Which percentage does this need to be completed? Maybe it needs 95%. That's just percent of the contract complete. Yeah, but you don't need to get to 100%. It has a little built-in leeway, so you're not having to chase scraps. I think it's 95%. It'll say it's done. That's good, so you don't have to go across the entire field for one little shrub? Yeah, exactly. The devs give you a little bit of leeway. Not 95%. What percentage do we need? Is it 98? Or maybe it's saying 100% of the job, which is not the entire field. That could also be realistic. Okay, so it's 100% of the job, but the 100% of the job is not going to require the entire field. Or at least it should. So I'm just going to take over here. All right, contract's done there. Perfectly done. Didn't miss a spot. Fantastic effort. Let's go ahead and raise up and get to our next field. Next field's going to be a much easier one. It's a much smaller field, so it shouldn't take anywhere near as time, but we're going to field 42, the red circle at the bottom left of the map. Here is some more withered wheat by the looks of it. Fantastic. So, glad so many farmers are, getting to work on time and not letting all their precious fields go to waste. But hey, their loss is our reward, so we'll start this with our new AI worker. Let him get going on that. Check out our potatoes. We are missing some lines. Fantastic. Good to see. Love to see that, because I'm going to go back and fix that. That's definitely worth going back and fixing, but alas, what can you really do? And just out of curiosity, because we're talking about selling this field, which we could sell for 100,000. And then what could we buy over here? We could buy like these two fields, which would, let's see, that's, how many acres is this? This is 4 acres. So we could almost have the same production out of like these two. But more importantly, have everything close by so that we can do multitasking. Because right now, this guy, even though we're leasing it, I would love to be cultivating the other field at this time, but I can't really drive across the entirety of the map in case this guy's storage gets full. And the shed's built over here, so we're not selling this one. We definitely need a little bit of leeway. So that is something to consider in the future. But for right now, we'll just kind of accept it as it is. We might take our yields, which is 100,000, and just buy a ton of farmland so that next year's harvest will be the big benefit for us. We do have a lot of money that we owe, about 250K, but that interest doesn't really hurt us that much, so I'm not super concerned with that. It's just more importantly about how do we get to potato technology that actually gets us somewhere. And at 600,000, there's nothing in the middle. In between episodes, we're going to be looking at the workshop, see if there's anything else we can do, because this has been a slog. This has been a slog. Speaking of slog, you are full, so let's go ahead and don't hit the edge. That's a treat, dang it. Hold on. I'm prepared for this. Ready for this? There you go. Don't get caught on that tree, and let's loop around and unload our potatoes. Well, per the nature of our challenge, we couldn't buy any fields that weren't producing potatoes. So again, we bought these two because they were the highest yielding potatoes to try and slingshot us into success. Now, there's a lot of things we need to buy. A second tractor, actual equipment, planting technology. We'll worry about that here in the long run. Buying farmland in the more land at the beginning will make everything easier in the long run. Don't hit it. Damn it. There you go. Back to work, Skippy. This is going to be multiple streams? Yes. And it will turn into episodes. You could also plow the line in between to make a super field. Yeah, but the computer gets really confused when you do that. Hi, Hobbs. How are you? Are you living your best life? Where are we going, buddy? Fantastic. We could have just driven straight for that, but I very much appreciate that behavior. Why is it doing circles? The AI in 25 is not the best. See, it's gonna do this stupid line where it's like getting like a little bit, and I'm just not gonna allow that. So you have to reset the AI quite a lot. There we go. That's much better line. Oh, you're stuck on here. Okay. But we're almost done with this farm. Let's just move this out of the way. Dang it, I was trying to get in the dumping zone. Same as Domination Pathfinding? True. Truer words never spoken. Domination Pathfinding is miraculously terrible. Now, I will say the AI pathing is not as bad when it comes to combines, but anything root based, anything that grows underground, it gets so confused by. It's doing a relatively good job now, but we have had to unstick it multiple times. I will say that, but at the same time, the cultivating has just been, this has been AI that we've constantly had to reset as well. Talk about being a boss on the job, having to go between work sites, make sure nobody's screwing off, because these guys would drive circles if I wasn't on top of them. What's the max speed? Each piece of equipment has a maximum speed. So right now, this piece of equipment, this cultivator's maximum operating speed is 9 miles an hour. Because this tractor could go a lot faster than that, but it wouldn't cultivate. Now, how big is field 22 is the question, because we're almost done with the field 22's kind of big. Ugh, okay. I might abandon that job just because I want to advance the month and see how much potato profits we earn. Potatoes got probably like 2-3 more passes, but short passes, so we'll fill up probably one more time and be able to call it a day with the potatoes, but I want to make sure to grab as much as possible because we definitely need our potato fortunes to buy us some better land located a little bit closer to us, and then hopefully be able to go into next season with the ability to at least rent the, God bless this AI, rent the big harvester. I can do this. Thank you. You've been dismissed. All right, we are done there. So let's go to our contracts and complete, and abandon this one. All right, so we get 23K. That's basically less than what we had. Actually, it's probably about pretty close considering wages for this guy. But he is almost done. Looks like we got 3 more passes. And then we can unload and call this a day, return everything. But with multiple potato fields, I think our leasing costs at the end of the day being about 35,000 is kind of close enough to the leasing costs of the bigger harvester. I think it's worthwhile. All right, thank you, Mr. AI. I will take over from here. I can definitely do these turns faster than you. For this last little bit of scrap we got going on. And we'll call that a day. So let's go ahead, get this done, unload, get ready to pipe out. And even though we left a few scraps, not really worth the leasing costs to continue, nor my sanity at this point. So let's go on over and unload this. That can unload there, and then we'll be done. There we go. All right, that is done. So let's go ahead and return our vehicles. So let's return this. That's done. And then which one? This one is ours. Let's return this one. And bada bing, bada boom. We are ready to advance. Now I'm going to save myself a little bit of a headache. And I know I have a bed all the way across the map, but I ain't going to worry about that. I'm just going to build myself a little sleeping bag right here. Right there. And let's advance to December. We are also going to check to see at the end of each time if there is anything worth, or at the end of each month, if there's anything on sale that we want to pick up. All right. Anything worth picking up in the old sale market? That would be so nice if we were doing potatoes. That would be actually monumental. Monumental if we were doing potatoes or sweet potatoes. What is that? Sugar beets. I was going to say, if it's a technicality, it's potatoes. No, no, no. We can't. We can't. We can't. All right. November. Anything worthwhile? If we were doing spinach, that'd be a godsend. 180 horsepower for 29,000. That's the one we had that was too weak to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and say no. What is our current vehicle's horsepower at? 230. All right. We can't really accept it. Prices. We got January is going to be. No, no, no. Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong thing. December. So next month is our big sell off. Hopefully, we get some big money out of this. Pain. Pain in my heart. What is this? What the hell is even this? Seed crops. Oh, it's a cedar. Dude, that's wild. Okay. Doesn't really help us. That's too small of a tractor to be useful to us. All right, so let's go ahead and take our potatoes. Where are we selling potatoes at? The farmer's market. Okay, so I'm going to slow down time. Let's get to the farmer's market. Where is ye farmer's market? Also, let's do a quick inventory of how much potatoes we got out of that. So we need to unload what's ever in here just into the trailer and make it life a lot easier. All right, so our first year of crops netted us a total of 173,000 liters of potato. So let's take that to the farmer's market and start unloading this and see what kind of money we're going to be looking at. Just need to drive around back on here. Start filling her up. Yep, potatoes. It's going to take us a few trips to get there. Now, where is the farmer's market? Actually, incredibly close. Okay, that's very nice for us. All right, so this will take us a few trips. 44,000 and a half liters of potatoes on its way to the farmer's market. Oh my gosh, could you imagine in real life if someone just pulled up with 44,000 liters to a little farmer's market, like, good news, everyone, I got potatoes. Be quite wild. Okay, hold on. Check the map. Yeah, we can get to where we want to go from here. Right? Yes. It's almost a straight shot for us. This couldn't be an easier pathway for us. I'm glad the farmer's market is the best price, because this is fantastically easy. This is a great route for us to be able to take constantly, since we have to take multiple trips. Let the cash flow in. Look at those numbers slightly moving. Ooh. I want them to move a lot faster than that. That's a little scary. That was only like 10K. Ah. Pain? Pain in my heart. 20,000. Oof. Okay. Okay. It's okay. We have many trips to go. Many trips. All right. Second load incoming. Red. Bill knows. Hi, Bills. How are you? We're doing potato chips. We're pivoting to potato chips. All right. Good. Move this along. All right. Second load. Another 20K coming at you. Lots of money. Big numbers. Big numbers. Yes. Okay, good. Fantastic. 62,000. How do you play this game? You farm, you plant, you farm, you harvest, you sell. Mission accomplished. All right, round 3 incoming. Gets us to about 82K, and the last one will get us to 100K. We started with just about 20. We had like 19,000 before we started selling, so pretty easy math here. We're gonna get a lot less than I was kind of hoping for. So we're gonna get about $80,000, I believe. We'll total it all at the end. We're gonna get less. That is a tough pill to swallow. So we end up 18,000 with our last load, gets us to $100,000. That was essentially in real world about 4 hours of effort for about $60,000, which we could have done multiple harvests with another crop. I think the moral of the story is we got to buy more land. If we rent the big harvester, that cuts down our profits by about $30,000, so our profits would be about 50,000. That's tough. That's a real tough one. Life as a potato farmer is not an easy go. We'll say it that way. Considering we would have to do about 10 harvests to afford the big harvester. Pain is our life.